Well, you guys, this wasn't a series I thought I was going to get to continue. I had the last 2 episodes taken down my copyright, so I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to continue this, and I made that, like, kind of sad, dramatic video about how this is the end of 9-9 for me, but it's not. Thankfully, I think I can record this again, and I'm just going to be a little bit more careful about copyright, and hopefully not show anything that will get it taken down again. So I'm very excited to continue 9-9. Welcome back if you have been following me since I first started playing. And I'm going to continue on a new episode. I plan on finishing it. So let's go ahead and continue on here.
Sophie.
Feels so good to hear their voices again. I really fell in love with this visual novel. Got invested, you know? Not a moment after I call her name, space distorts, and Sophie shows herself. Does it seem she's been watching the entire time? I can skip the explanation.
そうだな。自分を石化する。そんなことできるのか？
自分の力が自分に返ってくる。その例はもう目にしたでしょ?
Yeah, I think the flame user, we kind of saw that, right?
火事のあいつか。
アーティファクトが見当たらないわね。
一緒に石化したか？
いいえ、アーティファクトは石化しない。
Yeah, I remember we kind of asked that back in, well, which episode was that? It was a while ago.
じゃあ、自分で消えた。
Or it was claimed.
そうね。他の主をもう見つけてしまったのかもしれない。
魔眼のユーザーはこいつじゃない。
I mean, didn't we find out that Renya technically wasn't the evil eye user?
そういう可能性もあるでしょうね。
Just because it was kind of borrowing it, we learned all about that. There was a lot of twists like that where the people were borrowing powers and...
手がかりを失った。
仮にこの子が犯人じゃなかったにしても、息を潜めるでしょうね。よほどのバカじゃない限り。
だろうな。Miyakoの能力を使ったとしても。
あなたの行動が先読みされている以上、無駄かもしれないわね。
未来を予知するアーティファクトは
ないとは言い切れない。少なくともセフィロトで管理はしていないし、発見もしていない。もっとも、そんな強力なアーティファクトが未発見であるはずがないし、単純にあなたよりも上手だっただけでしょうね。
What do you mean? I use one of the most overpowered ones. I think I can handle it,
上
okay?
手だった。これからどうするつもりだ？
結論を出すのはしばらく様子を見てから。
そうか。
あなたたちのアーティファクトのこともあるしね。仕事は山積み。ひとまずはお疲れ様。よく頑張ったわね。
一言余計なんだよ。
Yeah, freaking Sophie. Got us some slack here. I think we did a pretty good job, okay? Sophia smiles, sticking out her tongue as she returns to her world. Alright, you go ahead and do that. You get out of here. I hear voices off in the distance. Someone's coming this way. Looks like Miss Naruse and the others are here. What a relief. Miyako may lament there being another victim, but I'm just happy this chapter is over. Whether this guy was the culprit or whether there's a new culprit out there in his place, either way the curtain is drawn on this mystery for now. As long as we don't pursue them any further, Miyako should not be targeted again. So was that not Renya? Or do we just not remember that it was Renya? I'm a little confused on that. But then again, it's been a while. Things have come to a close. Regardless of the truth of the matter, it's safe to say this is the end.
魔眼のユーザー。どうか眠っていてくれ。永遠に。
I don't know, because we loaded into this, so I don't know if we've installed our memories, so we might just not know who it is. Are we gonna load those, I wonder? My words are far too cold to be considered a prayer. I laid the note atop their cold, hard leg. I slowly rise to my feet. Miss Naruse instructs us to go home, saying she'll take care of the rest, so we do just that. There's so much that doesn't sit right with me. Sora looks dissatisfied and Miyako seems on edge as well. So there's nothing much we can do right now.
気をつけて帰れよ。
うん。じゃあ、お疲れした。お疲れ様でした。またねー。
It's so nice seeing Sora again. I am so happy. You guys got me into Sora, and I don't know how you did it. You actually made me enjoy Sora. Now, I will say her route was pretty good. And I've been going through Chrono Clock, okay, as you guys know. And I will say I do enjoy Sora's route more than Michiru's from Chrono Clock. They're both kind of sister characters, right? I still like Michiru too, in a way. I feel like Sora has so far been one of the best sister characters that I've ever seen. So you guys somehow convinced me to actually like go from finding her just funny to actually like enjoying her character genuinely. You guys are crazy. We watch Sora walk off until she's out of sight.
途中まで送るよ。まあ、すっきりしないよな。
Ooh, okay, so we are installing memories. Okay, so I was a little bit confused. I'm like, we loaded into this, but we hadn't installed memories yet. I'm really surprised we didn't go back and, go back a little bit further and save him from getting turned to stone. A massive amount of memory stream into my head. The events in the other branches, I suddenly understand everything. This was supposed to be an unsatisfying end, but...
俺があれこれ考えているうちに全部終わってたのか。
Miyako smiles.
ケル君、まだ記憶をもらっていないみたいだったから、いつ言い出せばいいのかなって悩んでた。
様子がおかしかったのってそのせい？
実は。
Miyako smiles again and I smile in return.
さっきMiyakoも受け取ってたよな、記憶。俺と同時に。
うん。別の枝の大事な記憶を少しだけ。
So my question is, last episode, so the very first episode, a new episode, feels very weird saying that, we found out that, or at least he said he was going to not ever return again to our lives. So I wonder if we're going to ever see Yoichi again. Because he was going to get the ambrosia, I believe he was going to lose his artifacts, and yada yada. I wonder if we are going to end up seeing him in these other branches, or is he just gone from all of them? I'm going to find out. Hopefully.
平気か？
少し混乱しているけど、大丈夫だと思う。時間はかかるかもしれないけれど、ちゃんと理解して背負っていきたいってそう思う。
Yeah, it's very nice that we have Miyako now to kind of like go through these last events, you know? It's nice that, like she says, we don't have to be the one to shoulder it all. Miyako's power is very convenient for this purpose, being able to kind of obtain some of these memories without us having to just go through every little detail and explain it. And then we obviously use Overlord, and that kind of gives her memories too.
一緒に背負おう。二人で。
So, is new episode just gonna be with Miyako, or are we gonna get to see all of the girls? Are we gonna end up with all of them in different timelines? A little confused on that. Take Miyako's hand and hold it. Because I'm like, okay, well, clearly Miyako's is the first, so I'm like, do we canonly end up with Miyako, or is this just one kind of timeline, and we're gonna get to go to some of the other ones and get with every single one of them? I don't know.
話さないとね。終わったよって。
And we still need to go to the world line where we end up with Satsuki. Where is that? Hold up. If you're gonna make a new episode, you should have added that.
だな。は？とか言われそうだけど。
そうだね。それにこの枝だと、結城さんとも高坂先輩とも親しくなれていないし。
ああ。Miyako、どこまで知ってる？
大体のことは。他の枝で起こったこととか、私のこととか。
That's a lot to know.
あと、他の枝では、かけるくんが別の女の子と付き合っていたりとか。
Oh yeah, don't worry about that, Miyako. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, strange. I don't know how that happened. Weird.
責めてるわけじゃないよ。
いや、俺、そこら辺の記憶はなくて。
Yeah, that's what I would say too. That's what I'd say too,
本
Kakeru.
当に？
本当にない。
そっか。本当はちょっとだけモヤモヤしちゃってた。私、かなり嫉妬深いみたい。
Really? Miyako, you're such an angelic person. I would never picture you getting jealous.
嫉妬させるようなことはしない。絶対。
うん。信じてる。
Okay, so that's what's gonna go on here. So we're gonna go through each of these branches, okay? That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go through each one of these. We're gonna have an ending with each one of them, right? Is that kind of what I'm understanding? Because technically Kakeru doesn't remember getting with all of the girls. So we're gonna go through and get with each one of them without him remembering in that branch the other branches where he got together with girls. I mean, he'll remember the events. He won't remember necessarily the romance part of it. I think I'm understanding now. Miyako squeezes my hand back. Miyako's soft palm is so warm. My heart can't help but beat fast.
なんていうか、自分でもよくわかんないんだけど、抱きしめていいか？
Okay, my guy getting busy quick. I like it.
人いっぱいいるけど、そんなのどうでもいいくらい抱きしめたい。
私も気にしない。
Stare at one another for a little bit. I follow my irresistible urge and embrace her.
おかえりなさい、かけるくん。
ただいま。
Well, that's cute. Our greatest threat is gone. There have been a lot of casualties in this branch, but we must continue to live in this world. Sins, errors, everything we want to redo, we must come to accept and bear their weight. We will keep on living. Is that gonna be it? Is that all that's gonna happen? Okay, good. Gosh, I can't clear my throat. So annoying.
皆さん揃いましたところで。
Everybody's here. It's like when Super Smash Bros. Got announced. That was such a hype moment. I don't even like play Super Smash Bros. But I was so hyped along everybody else that was like, oh my gosh, every single character.
ええ。はい。
一番近くにいそうなユーザーを探しに行きます。
はーい。よろしくお願いします。
So we're just kind of going with our original goal of collecting all the artifacts. You know, the thing that we wanted to do. And, you know, the odds weren't in our favor of that happening.
確認させて。今回は生物の契約者を特定するだけ。その認識で問題ない？
ああ。本格的な調査はソフィーにしてもらう。
Okay, so we're doing an initial scouting.
回収は後日だね。
Yeah, it'd be kind of pointless if we didn't take it away from them, because they could always find out how to break the contract. We might get another Yoichi on our hands.
あ、いいよ。あげるあげるって渡してくれるといいね。
You know, Sword, that's very optimistic of you. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen.
だな。揉め事は避けたい。
Unless they're like Miyako, where they like kind of, I don't know, resent their power at first. Maybe we could get that from somebody.
力使った方がいいですか？うまく
Haruka,
見つけ
that's
ら
a
れるように。
great idea. That is an absolutely great idea. I'm guessing the reason why we're waiting is probably we're waiting on the ambrosia, right? It seems like last episode Sophie didn't have enough ambrosia, and then she just was gonna give Yoichi, you know, the stronger stuff, the old stuff.
ずっと使ってたら疲れちゃうと思うんで、反応が近くなったらお願いします。
はい、わかりました。
It's so nice seeing Haruka again. Haruka was a character I actually like learned to like too. Honestly, I learned to like all the characters. I found out things about them that I liked from each character. I feel bad for Miyako because it was so early on in the series, I didn't really like have enough appreciation for her. Like I did like her, and then I got to the other girls' routes. So I'm like, oh, I kind of like the other girls better. Kind of like what you guys were saying. You're like, oh, Miyako's kind of bland, and I kind of understood that after playing through all the episodes. But I still like Miyako. I still think Miyako's a good character. Like I said, I wish there was more story with the Corona group and things like that. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, but I've kind of seen that as a reoccurring theme in a lot of these kind of games. Chrono Clock does the same thing. There's a lot of missed opportunities with the characters' backstories. They kind of just throw those out all out the window.
よしそれじゃあ
バルハラソサイエティ出撃
Hell yeah, the Valhalla Society, let's go. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that again. I'm gonna be so sad though when I finish this, because I was already sad once that I thought I wasn't gonna be able to finish it. At least, you know, for you guys, I could have played it on my own, but I was holding out in case a day like this happened, and I felt like I could record the series again. We proceed towards the artifact's reading. It's been 2 weeks, no, close to 3 since we found the petrified Takamine. Okay, cool. So we are acknowledging that. Perfect. I mean, he didn't have his memories before. That's what I was trying to understand. And I was like, oh, hasn't had those implanted yet. We're finally able to start recovering the artifacts. Yuki was wary of me in this branch. Kozuka-senpai wouldn't open herself up at all. Plus, there were too many things they didn't know about, like the evil eye user's identity or iris. Thanks to that, it took me longer than I thought to get our relationships as close as they were in the other branches. Probably wasn't necessary to go through all that trouble. I could have searched the users on my own. But it's not a logical matter. I just wanted to work on this with everyone. As do I. I do want to get to hang out with everybody again, you know? It's been a while. There have been casualties in this branch, which is why I want to be with everyone. I know it's a simple matter of self-satisfaction, but that's what I wanted to do no matter what.
どの辺にいるの割と近い
反応が一番大きいから近いとは思うんだがな
I miss the cheapies of everybody. It's good to see them again. It's really nice. Really good. I like it.
具体的な距離はわからない
わからん方向しかわからん
お昼前に見つかるといいね終わったらみんなでご飯食べましょうよご飯
I knew exactly what they were thinking when she's like, oh, I wish it could be done before noon. That's lunchtime. That's what she was thinking about. And of course, Sora was thinking about food as well. Are we gonna go to, I'm trying to remember what they call it in this.
ご飯
What do they call McDonald's in this? I can't remember.
あ外食 NG な
Is it
感じですか
McDonald's? I don't know. It's something slightly different.
いえ私も一緒でいいのかなって
They didn't show how we ended up approaching Haruka and Noah in this, huh?
ぜひぜひみんなで一緒に食べましょ
ゆっくり行こうさすがにそこまで遠くないだろうし
う今のうちに話しておきたいことがある
ん
今日は契約者を特定するだけけれど万が一ということもある万が一戦闘が発生する可能性
Yeah, about that. We're not really worried about it anymore, especially because Iris isn't here. You know, the World Eye is not really a big issue. Unless, like, Yoichi comes into play for some reason, I think we're okay.
ほぼほぼないだろうけどゼロとは言えないか
Yeah, I like how the start of the series, Kakeru was, like, pretty useless when it came to fighting, and now he's, like, an absolute god.
であれば決めておきたいいえ改めておきたい
And not a god of fighting. He's not a god of war. He's not that strong, right? But we can rewind time. It's like we can manipulate that. It's not really a big deal anymore.
何を
As long as there's not an Iris or a Yoichi, we're okay.
九条さんの生物の名前
And even a Kujo-san's relic.
私の名前
Huh. Yeah, I think the other girls did have names for theirs. Did Miyako have one?
そう生物の名前なんで誤った名前をつけてしまったこのままでは名前を叫べない叫ぶ能力発動時に叫ぶでしょそうよくわからないですけど
勇気のあれかジオーダーアクティブ的な
I miss hearing that.
そうそれ
Also, just a correction earlier. I was wondering how they met these two. Technically, they should already know each other, right? Because they were all investigating. I don't know why I said that. It's been so long, and I forget little minor details.
いや叫ばないでしょ。みやこ先輩そういうタイプじゃないでしょ。
ね
あえみんな叫ばないの？
Yeah, it was kind of just you, Noah.
あ
I don't think Haruka said anything
いい
either.
んですよ高坂先輩、叫ばねえよってはっきり言ってもいいんですよ。私は恥ずかしいだけで気持ちはすごくわかります。この人もそっち側だった。
She's one of them.
とにかく叫ばなくてもいいけど解明はしたい。ふさわしい名前に。
今はなんだっけ？
メリー違ったメルクリウス。そうメルクリウスの指。
Oh, that was the name.
メ
Huh?
ルクリウスは商人や旅人の守護神であり盗賊の庇護者ともされている。
I'm just so glad I don't have to pronounce that.
九条さんの真の能力は支配なのでしょう。盗むのではなく徴収する。うん、そうみたいであればそうね。支配王の力。
We can call it King Lear the Third. That's what we can call it.
決めた。シンプルにいきましょう。レガリア。
Regalia. Okay.
レガリア
Sounds like a sword.
どう？王の証ですね。かっこいい。
Haruka likes it.
かっこいいです。はい。
Miyako's like, I don't know about that.
めっちゃリアクションに困ったけどとりあえず合わせておくことにしたみやこ先輩であった。ごめんなさい、変な反応しちゃって。この枝では本当の使い方したことないから実はまだピンときていなくて。
Yeah, I mean, there's not much of a chance to really use our powers, like, for a battle or anything. We kind of took care of that.
使わないのが一番いいですけどね。平和ってことですし。そうだね。
Yeah, I'm being reminded of how observant Sora is. She's, like, very, like, aware of the situation sometimes.
そういえば空の名前は？え？生物の名前。いやないっすけど。だったらつけないと。いやいいですよ、叫びませんもん。
Sora, it's like, don't get me in your weeb, chuny stuff.
確か存在感の操作よね。透明化と解釈すると。あー、これ逃げられない流れだ。
I don't know. I would stick with more of a presence manipulation. I feel like that's kind of what it was. It wasn't necessarily invisibility. You weren't invisible. You just weren't perceivable as much, depending on how strong her power was at the time and how many people she was using it on. There was a number of factors.
じゃあ工学迷彩的な感じでスタンドアローンコンプレックスとかなんかそんな感じで。あ、強烈の隠れみの。そう。じゃあそれで隠れみの。隠れみのだったらタルンカッペ。いえ、響きがかっこよくない。
Oh, like how Noah's thinking about this so much. Like, yes, guys, this is so important right now.
いやだからいいですから、かっこいい名前とかいいですから。
よかったな、ソラ。これからはちゃんと叫べよ。
じゃあ2位にもつけてもらいなさいよ。
いや、もうあるから俺には。世界の目って名前があるから。
ダサいでしょそれじゃあ。ねえ。そうね。考えましょう。
うわ、飛び火した。もうそろそろ着くんじゃないかな。多分そろそろ。
Oh yeah, we're actually like on our way to do something right now, aren't we? After forcing a change of topic, we proceed. Thank goodness. Later, we clamber with some inconsequential chit-chat again. Starting to feel like a field trip. It's a fun and cheerful time, at least it was. But I soon come to regret what I recklessly blurted out. That we weren't that far and that we'd be coming up on them soon. Oh, what's going on?
おい、まだかよ。
まだみたいですね。
いやもうかなり歩いてるんですけど、2時間くらい歩いてるんですけど。
In 2 hours? Yeah, what the heck are we doing?
反応は？
変化がないですね。
距離の大きさと距離は関係ない。
そんな気がしてきた。
力使いますか？
いや、まだ距離がわからないんで。 ああ、いや、でも
Yeah, I think we should use it. It's not like she's gonna get tired that quickly. I mean, maybe she'd be tired now. They'll be walking for a whole 2 hours. It's
距離
ridiculous.
がわからないからこそ使ってもらった方がいいと思う。
You know, Noah, that's a fair point.
なんかすみません。お願いします。
頑張ります。その前に一度休憩しない？もうお昼だし。
There we go. Let's go eat.
賛成！休憩賛成！ヘッドヘッドだしペッコペコ。そうね。そうしましょうか。私もお腹すいた。
You know what, Naria? What? I don't even know what name I just said. You know what, Noah? I'm tired. Apparently, I'm more tired than I think. I'm rambling on. I feel like an old person. You know what, Noah? I think you deserve a parfait.
じゃあ店探すか。
おそばでも大丈夫？さっき調べたらすぐ近くにあるみたい。みやこ先輩、有能すぎる。おそばでいい？異議なし。私も大丈夫です。
じゃあそば食べよう。店どっち？
こっちだよ。
Let's do it. I really liked whenever we would like all to get together and eat things, especially like when we would meet up with Renya. Like those were fun times. Mika leads the way to the soba shop. I'm tired and hungry. Yes, artifact recovery is rough. This is way harder than I expected. Yeah, because we were getting no closer apparently.
疲れた。
Did we even find them?
お疲れ様でした。
すみませんでした。
We didn't find them. We come back from no man's land to Shiro Mitsugawa. We managed to find the user safe. Okay, thank goodness. Took a photo of them and checked their approximate location on the map. Once we let Sophie handle the rest, we'll know the user's identity in no time. And still a freaking beat.
あとは待つだけね。
ソフィーに伝えて、なんか分かったら連絡する。
ええ、お願い。それじゃあ。
We don't even know how many artifacts are in this world, do we? I feel like this is going to take a very long time.
お疲れ様でした。
またな。
And was Japan the only place these went to, or was there somewhere else? I feel like it kind of opened out of here, but how far did they spread? Who knows? Part ways with Yuki, bringing today's proceedings for the Valhalla Society to a close.
送ってくよ、途中まで。自転車は駐輪場？
うん、あっちの駐輪場。かけるくん、お家でソフィーさんに報告するの？
Yep, I'm gonna give the full report and then get chewed out for only finding one user today.
ああ、いや、神社。成瀬先生も今日の結果知りたがってて。
Wants to know how we made out today? I don't remember that. Do you guys remember that happening? Dang, we missed it.
やっぱり。じゃあ私も一緒に行く。
疲れてないか？
疲れてるけど一緒がいい。
わかった。じゃあ一緒に。
I miss that goofy face of hers. Stopped by the bike parking lot to grab Miyako's bike. I explained the entire situation to Miss Narase after what happened to Takamine. Sophie even reached out to her and taught her how to use the World's Eye. Thanks to that, Miss Narase has a grasp on the goings-on. Goings-on in the other branches to some extent. It's an interesting word. Goings-on. As we reached the shrine, my eyes happened to fall on that spot. Miss Narase told us everything about what happened to Takamine after. Now maybe she doesn't know what happened herself. I just prayed that he was at least given a proper service. That's all I can really do.
おー、来たね。こっちおいで。
I'm like happy to see her, and at the same time, I got very triggered. I'm like, oh no, I've had enough of seeing Miss Satsuki. Miss Narase is standing at the front of the foot of the front shrine, waving us over. She's probably been waiting for us since I called her in advance to make sure if it was okay for us to come over. Yeah, I just don't feel like I expected her to be a villain. I always had a hunch that, like, somewhere early on that Yoichi was bad. And then I got that confirmed, you know, and I was very happy about that. I was like, I knew it. I was so happy. I just didn't see Miss Narase being evil. I didn't expect that, but that was a surprise.
こんにちは。はい、こんにちは。外で悪いけど、うちの人みんないるし、 家の中じゃ話しにくいからね。ここで話そう。
Sounds fair.
失礼します。
We sit in a row under the eaves of the shrine. Oh, hi, Sophie. I'm still a little bit disappointed that there's not a Sophie route either. It seems like the perfect time to include one in an after story kind of deal. But, you know, it is what it is. We did get to see what she looks like, so I can't really complain too much. I was pretty happy about that. At the same time, Sophie
見
appears.
つかったようね。
ああ、見つけた。かなり苦労したけど。
Maybe we'll make a new episode. We'll have a Sophie route, a Misatsuki route. We'll get the best characters to have routes, okay? Tell Sophie and Miss Naruse about today.
そんなに歩いたの。うわ、ついていかなくてよかった。
距離はある程度正確にわかるはずだけど、他の枝では何でも器用に使っていたのに珍しいわね。手こずるなんて。
Yeah, I feel like we should have just had Haruka boost us in the first place. We could have used that to like really pinpoint it, go right there, and then she didn't need to keep her power up the entire time.
使えてないってよりは、多分認識が間違っているんだと思う。情報の処理の仕方っていうか。
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
そのあたり理解できれば、もうちょいマシになりそう。連動を上げるしかないな。
I mean, we did end up finding them, so I think that was an okay first day. We did make some
頑
progress.
張りなさい。1000年前と同じなら、それほど広範囲には拡散していないはずよ。
Oh, okay, so my question from earlier got answered. Cool. I was wondering how far did they spread?
もっとも、当時とは状況が違いすぎるけれど。
例えば、どんなことですか？
長距離移動の手段が豊富かつ簡単に利用できる。
Yeah, it's entirely possible someone with an artifact could have like flown on a plane, they could have took a bus. They could be on the other side of Japan. I mean, there's railways, right?
ああ、今だったら飛行機乗れば外国なんてすぐだもんね。
Yep. That's how I know Miss Satsuki's smart. She thought it's the same thing as I did.
マジか。海外にいるパターンもあるのか。
そうなったら私もついてく。みんなで海外旅行しよう。九条さんのお金で。
教師としてどうなんすか、その発言。
I love that she was so happy to just volunteer everyone to go on a trip and to have Kujo pay for it.
引率は必要でしょ？事情をちゃんと理解してる大人が。
Fair enough. Only if I get to share a room with you, though.
まあ。
でも私、海外に行けるほどの蓄えないよ。ぶっちゃけた話。
いや、ぶっちゃけすぎでしょ、さっきから。
Yeah.
援助をお願いするなら、お父さんにも事情を全部話さないと。でも、信じてくれるかな？
Yeah, he might want to know why, because you're not the type of person that would generally borrow a lot of money. I think your family would be okay if you spend, you know, even like $10,000, you know?
Miyakoも真面目に考えなくていいから。
でも、可能性が少しでもあるなら、考えておかないと。イエーイ！他人のお金で海外旅行！
Satsuki's all for it, and I'm here for it too. Let's do it,
先
guys.
生。
はい、今のはないね。すいません。調子に乗りました。
言い出したのは私だけれど、考えてみればそこまで心配する必要はないかもしれないわね。
なんで？
アーティファクトはより強い魂を求める傾向にあるから。
Yeah, I suppose.
察しが悪いわね。肉体同様、魂も加齢とともに衰える。
Okay.
つまり候補者が複数いる場合、より若い人間が選ばれやすいということ。
So
あ
you're
くまでも
saying
傾向であって例外はあるけれど。
you're saying you would probably go to people our age who probably don't travel too much outside of where they live.
そういえば、今日見つけた人も私たちと同じくらいだったよね。
だな。そんなに変わらない感じだった。そっか。そういう性質があったのか。身近な人間がユーザーになっていたのは偶然ではなかったってことだな。
あなたたちって学校というコミュニティに縛られているでしょ。毎日学校と自宅の往復。海を越えて旅に出ることなんてめったにないんじゃない？
I mean, I suppose it's not to say that you don't. I mean, I got to go to another country. I mean, albeit briefly, and it was very close to the United States. Got to go up to Canada. I mean, that's not in the country.
ああ、なるほど。うちの学校、転校してく人って結構いたりします？
あんまりいないね。私が受け持った生徒を見送ったことはまだないな。
Definitely seems like Japanese people probably don't travel as much, at least when they're this young. I feel like I did most of my traveling when I was young.
白線に通っている子って親御さんがコロナに勤めてることが多いからね。出張はあっても転勤は少ないイメージ。
そうなの？
ごめんなさい。経営のことはよくわからなくて。
I know, that's a darn shame too, because I really wish they would have, like I said earlier, like had Miyako more involved with the Corona group. We kind of saw something, was it at the end of her route? We kind of got to see a little bit of her influence, but it was just very
で
minor.
もできる限り地元の人を雇用するって前におじいさまから聞いたような。
Or I don't know, was it even her route? I don't know, we just haven't gotten to see much. We got to see her grandfather works at Nine Ball. I mean, that's really the only family we've really seen much of.
お父さんがその方針を受け継いでいるなら転勤はほとんどないのかも。よくわかんないけど転校していく子はあんまりいないんじゃないかな。新見くんの仲間にクホの子もいるんだっけ？あっちもそんなに事情変わらないんじゃないかな。
ってことは、海外云々の心配はしなくてもいいか。
I mean, depending on how many artifacts, if we're talking about like there's like 50 artifacts, like, oh, okay, you know, the odds of someone being out of town is pretty low. But if we're talking about like thousands, I would definitely say there's gotta be some that have relocated and are pretty far.
先生。
はい、すみません。
てかさ、ソフィー。
何よ。
この枝でも余市からもらってるんだろ？探知のアーティファクト。
ええ、回収した。
だったらそれ使ってソフィーが探した方が早いだろう。ワープできるんだし。
あのね。
事情があるのは知ってるけどさ。
だったら何度も言わせないで。政治的な理由で使えないの、私は。
Yeah, okay, we saved this entire world, okay? Can you have a little bit of slack?
回収してすぐ各所に報告して保管庫にぶち込んだわよ。厳重に封をして。
Then why don't you give it to me? So I can use it.
だから使えない。わかった？
はいはい、わかりました。
I don't know, I wonder if they worry about making Kakeru too powerful. Because, like, you know, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I wonder if it's that kind of situation. They're like, let's not give Kakeru any more than he already has.
その代わり、あなたたちにできないことはちゃんとやってあげるわよ。
I don't know, though. Do we have all of our artifacts right now? I mean, we just loaded our memories. I don't know if we necessarily got any of the artifacts. I would say not. So, and I mean, we're kind of the one that uses Overlord, so.
ああ、そうだ。これ。
Pull out my cell phone and show the user's photo in the
こ
map.
れが顔写真。女の子だった。んで、見つけたのはこの辺。
十分。ちょっとだけ時間をちょうだい。明日までに調べておく。
わかった。頼む。
お願いします。
Alright, you do that, Sophie. We're gonna go have fun and apparently make out or made out. It was past tense. Sophie tears open space and disappears. Now we just wait for her to report back.
ああ、お茶出せばよかったね。ゼリーもあるよ。食べる？
Jelly pouches.
ああ、いや、帰ります。もうヘトヘトで。
はーい。手伝わないのに口だけ出されるのは鬱陶しいだろうけど、危ないことはしないようにね。
はい。十分に気をつけます。
I mean, is there any serious danger in new episode? I feel like we had that little bit with Yoichi. I don't know if we have too much after
よ
that.
しそれじゃあね、また学校で。はい、お邪魔しました。
We stand up, bow, and exit the shrine. I don't know, I'm wondering where is this going from here?
途中まで送るって言おうと思ったんだけど。
Are we just gonna kind of have a repeat of episode 1 where we kind of like have certain events that are going on and we get to know her and then, you know, we have like a happy ending? Is that kind of what's gonna happen and we're gonna do that with each of the girls? Or is there gonna be some kind of continuing storyline here? Because at the start of the episode, it did continue
こ
on,
こ
but
からだと逆方向になっちゃうね。
we're kind of just going through different branches right now.
それはいいんだけど、多分俺あんまり喋れないわ。
実は私も。
少し寂しいけど。
I placed my hand over Miyako's as it sits atop her bike's handlebars. Okay, Kakeru. Flirting a little bit. Okay.
また
うん。
帰らないの？
都を見送ったら帰る。
私もかけるくんを見送ったら帰る。
No, I'll see you off. No, I'll see you off. Okay, somebody has to leave first if we're not going with each other. Stare at one another. No one is around us now. Ooh, okay. So before we part ways, Miyako closes her eyes and wrings her lips.
イチャついてないでさっさと帰
No!
れ。
No, Misatsuki! No! No! They slipped in an extra little bit here. I was like, okay, we're just going home. And then they give us a little bit of a tease. And then they just ruin it right away. I can't believe this game. Get the hanky-panky, get your butts all already. There was no hanky-panky going on here, okay? Our faces
ラ
instantly
ブコメ
turned
の
red.
波動を感じてきてみれば案の定ですよ。
Oh, Misatsuki, you were more aware than you know.
なんすかそれ。
いいから帰れ。神聖な場所でみだらなことすんな。帰れ。
There was no illicit acts here, okay? We were just trying to do a little peck, and then we were gonna leave, okay? Nobody was defiling anything.
はい失礼します。かけるくんまたね。
Don't agree with her. Don't let her do this to us.
おう、また。
She can't tell us what to do after all we've been through.
ほら発情期の猿も帰れ。
Hey, I won't take this disrespect.
ひでえな。帰りますって。
Alright, let's leave, Kakeru. We're going. Miyako gets on her bike and pedals off as I turn my back to Isnarus and walk home. I think she just wanted us to make out with her instead. I think that's what it was. She didn't like us sing with another girl. It all makes sense now. Just scoping out the right time to butt in. I know it. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Kakeru. She was waiting. She wanted to make sure that it didn't happen. This isn't the Miyako route anymore. This is the Satsuki route. I would actually be okay with that. That would be really nice. Let's see, we're in June 4th. Just as she promised, it didn't take Sophie long before she found out the user's identity. By Sophie's account, she's the same age as me, her abilities unknown, and she seemed to be either really confused or really annoyed. Apparently, Sophie was going to reach out to the girl herself because she seemed like she would hand over the artifact relatively easily, but...
多分だけどあの子、自分の常識の外にある事象を受け止められないタイプね。
Yeah,
私の姿を見たら面倒なことになりそう。
might come as a shock to her, I suppose.
こちらの世界の人間との接触は控えたくもあるし、あなたたちに任せるわ。うまくやってちょうだい。
Okay, I'm not a child, okay? You don't need to talk to me like that. That's what she said. Heh. Taking the ambrosia from Sophie, we all decided to go meet the girl. This time by train, of course. We got off at the nearest station and headed towards the house. Sophie looked up. It was an attractive single-family house. According to Sophie, her parents were currently out, and she herself was home. Convenient. I had a hunch that a bunch of strangers suddenly showing up on her doorstep would freak her out. That's why we decided to let the mild-mannered Miyako do all the talking instead of me, since I gave off the most intimidating vibe. You know, I would say Noah gives off the most intimidating vibe, because she's very chinny. But, you know, apparently we're scary too, for whatever reason. She buzzed the intercom. After a few seconds, a slightly deep female voice answered back. Hello? Who is it? Miyako introduced herself and told her, I've come to talk about the bizarre piece of jewelry you have. A moment of silence fell upon us, just as we started to worry if our visit was too impromptu or if it made her wary. The front door opened with a click. Maybe she did have reservations in her mind, but her desire to do something about her situation beat them out. She invited us inside and asked for an explanation. We tried not to end up confusing her, but just as Sophie said, she didn't seem to be able to wrap her head around our story despite her own first-hand experience. No, maybe she didn't want to wrap her head around it. Well, we're here to solve that, so just give us the artifact. We're gonna give you this little potion. I don't know, can she just chug it, or do we have to inject it? Either way. I know some people are afraid of needles, myself included, so I would rather just swallow it. Once we told her how to break the contract, we got a bite. Much to our surprise, she pleaded for us to tell her how, and as soon as I told her I had medicine pulled out of my bag, she snatched it out of my hand and guzzled it down without even asking for an explanation. I don't know, I kind of worry about a person who will just drink anything without really doing the research on it. Medicine took longer to take effect if you drank it instead of injecting it, but there's a chance of her suddenly passing out, so it would have been better for her to lie down first. I tried to scramble to tell her, but I wasn't sure if she was listening or not. That being said, it was out of our hands now. We left the cleanup after the annulment of the contract to Sophie and headed back home. Perfect. Job well done, guys.
いやー、あっさりだったね。
Yeah, that was really nice. That was really quick. And now we can eat that 9 ball, get per pace.
面倒なことにならなくて助かったけど。
To be honest, I find this kind of anticlimactic. Yeah, especially after, you know, going through all the other episodes where there was a lot more build up to things like that. That was just kind of easy. Doesn't feel right to just go home like this either. So on that note, I decided to grab lunch for everyone.
いや、けどじゃないか。あっさり終わるのが一番いいな。
あの人、精神的にかなり参っていたようね。見ず知らずの人間から渡された薬を何も疑わずに飲んでしまうんだもの。
You know, no, I think you're right. I think she's been through some shit and she was just like ready to be done with it.
気持ちわかるかも。私も最初は受け入れられなくて先生に相談したくらいだし。先生？さつきちゃん？うん、そう。お祓いしてくれませんかって。
Be gone, you demon. What was hers?
あったな、そんなこと。
Was hers the hairpin? That was hers, right?
今思い出すと恥ずかしいね。あの時はとても不安で。
Yeah, she's really intent on finding the owner and really concerned that it kept coming back to her.
私もです。力がうまく扱えなくてとんでもないことになってしまって。
Yeah, poor Haruka, just having a bunch of guys around her when she was very distraught, and then having a split personality that just kind of did what it wanted sometimes.
逆ハーレムですね、逆ハーレム。
Sora's like, dang, that sounds nice.
どうしてあんな妄想を。
We all know what would happen if Sora had Haruka's artifact. She would have definitely made the situation different between her and Kakeru.
そろそろ薬が効いてきた頃かしら。
どうだろうな。注射すると一瞬で効くんだけど。
もうしばらくかかりそうね。
Sophie shows up eventually. She sits on the edge of the table looking more mini-sized than usual. That's for sure.
そばにいなくてもいいの？
平気よ。ちゃんと見ているから。話しておきたいことがあるの。
Okay.
すべきことを終えていないから後日にしようと思ったのだけど、Miyakoに伝えるのが一番早いみたいだから。
私に何でしょうか？
What is it to Miyako specifically?
別の枝でユーザーを見つけたの。今回のことは別のね。こちらの枝での確認はまだだけど、観測して得た情報によれば、最近急に話題になった学生社長だそうよ。
Student CEO?
知り合い？ああ、直接会ったことは。でもちょっと前にパーティーの招待状が届いたの。
Ooh, we actually get to see more of Miyako's outside influence.
パーティー？すごい、セレブ。
I know, Miyako actually was surprisingly the most social of anybody in the group, which is crazy to me.
そのパーティーに乗り込んで探っていたみたいね。その彼女がユーザーかどうか。
探る？
探知のアーティファクトを使えない枝の話よ。おバカね。
Hey!
いちいち辛辣なんだよな。パーティーっていつ？
もう終わってたはず。 ダメじゃん。なんで早く教えてくれなかったんすか。
だって私過去のことしかわからないもの。そもそもかけるならわかるはずでしょ。オーバーロードで。
ミーヤ、早く言えよ。
いや、全部あるわけじゃないんだよ、他の間の記憶。てか知らないことの方が多いし。
Yeah, we know the important details, okay? Give us some
文
slack.
句なら相棒に言ってくれ。オーバーロード使ってるの俺じゃねえし。
Hey, that's me.
あ、はい、どうぞ。
多分パーティーまたあると思う。
Yeah, rich people have parties all the time because they want to flaunt their wealth.
マジっすか。うん、定期的に行っているって招待状に書いてあったような。一度断っちゃってるし、また招待してもらえるかはわからないけれど、みんなも参加できるようになんとかしてみる。おお、セレブのパーティーに。
Ooh, I want to go to a party. That sounds fun.
緊張します。
Or because, like, I don't agree. Well, it sounds fun because I don't have to physically be there. So I can see them go to a party. That sounds fun.
でも特定できているならパーティーに出席する必要はない。あ、そうだね。本当だ。
Hey, Noah, I want to go to the party. You're going whether you like it or not.
緊張するとか言いつつ露骨に残念がってる人がいますね。すみません。少し憧れが。
She was nervous, but she was getting her hopes up to go.
私も行ってみたいですし、参加できないか掛け合ってみますね。すみません。
手段は任せるわ。何かあれば相談してちょうだい。それじゃあね。
Ta-ta. See you later. Sophie disappears and not long after the food we ordered arrives. Everyone clasps their hands together before digging in. We talk about our next course of action as we eat.
次のターゲットは見つかったけれど、先は長そうね。
今回はあっさり終わったけど、それでも2週間かかってるしな。
近場なら平日でも動けそうだけど、遠いとどうしても休日になっちゃうね。授業ありますもんね。自由になりてー。
探知の連動を上げれば見つけるのは楽になりそうだけど、単純に自由時間が少ないのはどうしようもないな。
しばらく無理のない範囲で進めて、夏休みに頑張るのがいいかな。
だな、それがいいかも。ソフィーも急がなくていいって言ってたし。
じゃあ夏休みもみんなで集まったり。
Yes, that is what we meant, Tarika. Is that a problem?
そうね、毎日会うことになるかもしれない。
Tarika's excited. She's like, oh, I don't have to be alone during spring break.
めっちゃ
Or
嬉しそう。
summer break. Is that what it is? Summer break?
私夏休み基本的に一人なので、はい、嬉しいです。
Okay, don't get too excited about it.
高坂先
He's having trouble breathing. He is cute, so I'll give you that.
じゃあまあとりあえず都には学生社長の方を調べてもらって、俺も探知の連動を上げて近場なら探しに行くけど、夏休みまではほどほどにって感じで。
異議なし。了解。
Alright.
わかりました。
てわけでひとまずお疲れ様でした。次回はいずれということで。
お疲れ様でした。
Everything wrapped up nice and neatly this time. Now let's pray that things moving forward end just as smoothly. I don't know. Probably new episode so far has been pretty chill. I mean, seems like we've been able to solve everything rather easily. Okay, so we had a little bit of a time skip. It was the 4th, I think,
お
right?
待たせ。できたよ。
Ooh, did Miyako make us food?
お、ありがとう。
With rice and consomme loaded with vegetables. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
いただきます。
Now, Miyako made really good looking hamburgers. I was like, ooh.
私もいただきます。
Once I finish clasping my hands, I take my spoon and take a bite of the omelet rice.
よかった。美味しくできてる。
I love that just every visual novel, omelet rice is the thing. Like, everybody eats omelet rice. I've never had it. I wouldn't know. It's not really a thing here. I mean, people eat like eggs and rice, sure, but you don't really eat it in that package per se. I proceed to chow down. It's been 1 week since Sophie reported that she safely reclaimed the artifact. We were hard at work last week and the week before that, so we're on break this weekend. I've decided to spend my time relaxing with Miyako. That being said, we still wind up landing on the topic.
アーティファクトの練習はどう？
多分もう使いこなせると思う。やっぱり思い込みはダメだな。力を使う時に邪魔になる。反応の大きさと距離は関係ないって分かったら、なんかストンと落ちてきた。次は何時間も歩いたりしないはず。
Oh, thanks, Kakeru. That's very reassuring.
みんなでたくさん歩くの楽しかったから、ちょっと残念。
It was fun.
まだ
We could have
涼
some
し
good
いからいいけ
conversations.
ど、真夏は無理だな。
あ、そうだね。汗だくになっちゃう。
Gosh, yeah. I've heard all about how freaking hot it gets in Japan during the summer.
使いこなせそうでよかったよ、ほんと。あ、そうだ。都は大丈夫か？スティグマ。
Miko's eyes fall back on her own hand. Her stigma spread over her entire body once she installed her memories from the other
色も変わっ
branches.
たんだよな。
うん、変わってた。
That's interesting. Like, physically, she didn't change, but, like, she had all of her memories, and she just kind of unlocked the power. It's cool. Which means it's not going berserk. A stigma expanding or its color changing or symbols awakening to your powers. It's a bit concerning that it spread all at
大
once.
丈夫だよ。別の枝の私がこの力を使うために必要なことを教えてくれたから。
Yeah, it did sound like it was more of a mental thing always, rather than a physical thing. It sounded like you could physically train and use your power, but that kind of led to you possibly going insane. So it wasn't really a good idea.
何があっても揺れないし、迷わない。この力をちゃんと正しく使えると思う。
I mean, to be fair, Miyako probably has the coolest day-to-day power versus anybody else. I mean, everyone else has cool powers, but it's like, practically, you're not going to use that all the time. Doesn't seem to be bluffing, in which case I better stop worrying over nothing.
そうだ、パーティーの件なんだけど。
ああ、女社長の。
うん、回収するにはやっぱり参加しないとダメかも。すごく忙しいみたいだし、ボディーガードがずっと一緒なんだって。
ボディーガード。普通に会いに行っても追い返されるか。
Yeah, so it sounds like we're gonna have to really pick our timing.
だと思う。毎月開いているみたいだから、次は今月末あたりかな。
みんなで参加できそう？
わからないけど、なんとかしてみるね。
I trust Miyako. I don't think we need to worry about that.
ありがとう。前回みたいにあっさり行けばいいけど、多分そうはならないよな。
能力を使って事業を拡大しているみたいだから、簡単には手放してくれないよね。
Yeah, I don't think she will. I think she'll very much like to have that.
ソフィーに調べてもらった方がいいな。どんな能力なのか。
そうだね。万が一の時のために対策はしておかないとね。
まあでも別の枝では回収できてるみたいだし、気楽に行こう。
うん。ちょっと気楽すぎるというか、気が早いかもしれないけれど。
ん？
かけるくん、お祭り好き？
Yes, I love festivals. I think festivals are the best thing in the world. Why do you ask?
ああ、好き好き。つくも神社の夏祭り、毎年行ってる。
じゃあ
今年は一緒に行こうか。8月のいつだっけか。
つくも神社じゃなくて。
別の祭り？
うん、来月にね、いろいろあるの。
ああ、七夕祭りとか。
そうそう、つくも神社のお祭りも行けたらいいなと。その友達とかに会っちゃうかもだから。
Is that gonna be a problem? Also, do we get to see Miyako and Yukata? Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be nice.
二人で
Or
初めて行くお
every
祭りは
girl in Yukata. I'd like that.
誰にも邪魔されずに楽しめたらいいなって
Yeah, are you talking about a certain somebody named Miss Naruse? Trying to mess up our fun, saying we were doing illicit things on the shrine grounds. She was lying. That's an illicit thing right there. Lying, we weren't doing anything wrong. She lowers her blushing face, fidgeting and pointlessly stirring her soup. That shy face is bound to make my heart skip a beat. No way I can turn her down now.
じゃあ来月行こう二人きりで
Oh, that's romantic. Okay. Oh, my heart. Look how happy she is, guys. This is so wholesome. Her chuckle beams with so much joy that I start to feel embarrassed, prompting me to pretend to be engrossed in my meal. We'll be doing that next month, so we'll have to do something about the party before then. However, I know it's not fair to the others, but I can't really wait to hit up a summer festival with Miyako. I know. That's the highlight of this, isn't it? Oh, dang, we just skipped an entire month. Oh.
人いっぱいだね。
Yukata Miyako is a 10 out of 10. Look at that, boys. Look at this. It's so adorable. I love the flower in there. She's got like a bow. This is the Miyako we deserve, guys. This is the Miyako we have worked so hard for, that we've gone through so much chaos and stress for. I'm falling in love with Miyako all over again. I really liked her in episode 1. I mean, I got to see what you guys meant, how she was kind of the most plain and boring, but at the same time, Miyako is just like a ball of wholesomeness, okay? And look, we got consensual hand-holding. I'm gonna have to censor that, guys. That is the most lewd of lewd things, and I love it. This is so good. And I'm glad they're doing it alone. I really hope we get to have a lot of time with each of the girls in this new episode. Just as a kind of farewell to the series, right? We're probably not getting any more content after this, I'm sure. But I'm really glad we get to have a little bit more time with Miyako. I mean, we got moments here and there, right? But overall, Miyako's route was just kind of, I don't know, we were just kind of taking in the story, I feel like, and Miyako was just kind of there. And I don't know, it just didn't feel as impactful as some of the other routes. We walked together, holding hands so as to not get separated. There are rows of stalls of bright, colorful tanabata. Tanabata? Yeah, decorations hanging about. I did kind of know about tanabata, because there's, I just know it from Haruhi Suzumiya. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about it. I just know it was a big deal there. There was the two gods. Didn't you like write messages to them or something like that? I might be totally wrong. Summer Festival is here at long last. We actually haven't been able to attend that party yet. It wasn't a matter of us not being able to prepare in time, but simply because it wasn't held last month. Okay, I was wondering because they just kind of glossed over that. I was like, did we just kind of have that happen? But we're just kind of skipping to the good part? I mean, I'm not complaining, but... Next scheduled party is at the end of July. Miyako already received the invitation, and we're going to be attending as well. Our target most likely won't be giving up her powers so easily. We'll have to give it our all to deal with this. Though I know it's not really fair to the others. But right now, anything past this moment is the furthest thing from my mind.
何？
いや綺麗だなって思って。
七夕の飾り付け、すごく豪華で綺麗だね。
違う違う。都のこと。
Yeah, Miyako, what else would he be talking about right now?
ありがとう。
Miko's cheeks flush. She's in a yukata with her hair tied up. I know, it's so good. The change from her normal appearance makes her look more beautiful than usual. I could feel it the moment I laid eyes on her at the meetup spot. I still stand by Miyako being probably the girl that I would see most people actually getting together with. Out of all the different personalities, I think she's just... I don't know. She's what I think most people would just define as cute, right? I'm not saying she's the most sexy woman. I mean... I'm afraid to say out of all the girls who that would be. Out of the main girls, of course. I already know Miss Satsuki or even Sophie would be way better. But that aside, I actually feel like Haruka. I feel like Haruka's route was interesting. It was incredibly And I'm talking about the H scenes. They were very kinky. I did get a glimpse of those because unfortunately you guys made me install the H patch, so I had to. I couldn't not do it. Is there H scenes in this? I didn't even think about that. I have no idea. I haven't installed any patch, so hopefully I'm not missing out on any content. I don't want the H scene stuff. I just want the dialogue because y'all always say it's so important, and some of it is. I will give you that. I could feel the moment I laid eyes on her at the meetup spot, and while we were sitting next to each other on the train, I could feel my heart beating like crazy for her.
何か食べる？
ああ少し歩こうか。
Yeah,
Meet him out,
let's just look around, have a good time. I mean, I feel like that's what you really do if you're in love and you're enjoying each other's company and having a fun time. Like, don't worry about it. We lock fingers and slowly proceed, following the flow of people.
ここら辺だと一番規模大きいんだっけ？
そうだね。この辺り全部交通規制してお祭り会場にしてるんだって。
気合の入り方すごいな。見て回るだけで一日終わりそう。
ねえ、屋台の数もすごいね。商店街の方にもあるのかな。
あ、行ってみたいな。こういう時つい考えちゃうんだよな。どう効率的に回るかとか。
Yeah, so let's not do that. We're enjoying ourselves. Let's just let the night take us where it wants to.
私もお買い物するときどういうルートで回るか考えちゃう。
完全に主婦だもんな、みやこ。
それ褒めてる？
褒めてる褒めてる。
絶対嘘。
Oh, what do you mean? She pouts her lips and squeezes my hand. Her pouty face quickly gives way, however, when we both smile at one another. Such a casual back and forth. Just being together is fun and
なんか
puts
食
me
べたい
at
のと
ease.
かある？
そうだな。たこ焼きとか。
Yes, we need to get some takoyaki. I've never tried takoyaki, so I'm not really too sure if it's really like something I would like. I think it's something I should try though, at least once, you know? I feel like that'd be a good idea.
いいね、外せないわ。
たこ焼き屋さんいっぱいあるね。どこも値段は同じくらいかな。
ぽいな。一番うまいところで買いたいな。
せっかくだしね。あとお祭りの定番だと焼きそば？
それも外せないな。あとお好み焼きとかか？
Ooh, okonomiyaki.
見て、鶏皮餃子だって。
Some gyoza.
え、
Can't go wrong with that.
初めて見た。
他にも珍しい屋台あるのかな。
とりあえず大通りまっすぐ行って。
賛成。
This is like such an ideal date. It's very Japanese. I like it a lot. We keep walking straight and sample from any stalls that catch our eyes, giving our impressions after. That's all. That's all we're doing, but I wouldn't trade this moment for anything in the world.
久しぶりな気がする。
Miyako utters in a subdued tone, yet I can hear her loud and clear amidst the hustle and bustle.
難しいことなんて何も考えずにかけるくんとの時間を大切にできるの。
いろいろあったしな。
うん。かけるくんと恋人になれた後も思うところはあって、亡くなった方がいるのにまだ解決してないのに幸せになっていいのかなって。
Gosh, I'm just thinking of that meme that says do it for her. We need to make sure she's happy.
今でもそう思ってる。
She smiles and slowly shakes
死
her
んで
head.
しまった人、死なせてしまった人、忘れることはないし罪悪感も多分消えない。でもだからといって自分の幸せを諦めるのは違うのかなって。幸せにならない、幸せになれない理由を他の誰かのせいにして生きてはいけないなって。それが責任なんだと思う。開き直りとも言うかも。
Yeah, I think you can still regret things and wish things would have turned out better, but you can still be happy. even feeling that way. I mean, I don't think that you have to feel constant guilt over things that happen in your life and things maybe you made the wrong decision on, right? I feel like you should still be able to accept that and still feel bad about it, but also still be able to smile, laugh, and enjoy your life, you know? Don't let one or two things in your life just drag you down forever. Let's out a dry
別の
chuckle.
間の記憶をもらえなかったらこんな考え方絶対にできなかった。そう思うとちょっとずるいね。
俺だって同じ。別の枝の自分とそれとみんな助けてもらわなきゃ何もできなかった。
Yeah, it definitely feels like everything that we worked on and did in the other branches is like culminated and has allowed, you know, this version of us to truly be happy and carefree, right?
イーリスのこともそうだし、それにミヤコとも付き合えなかっただろうな。
そう？
絶対そう。
でもそうかも。他の枝では別の子と付き合ってるし。
Hey, don't worry about that. Don't bring it up.
この話しない方がいい？
はい。そこら辺の記憶マジでないんだよな。
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold it against this version of Kakuru, right?
もう一人のかけるくんが気を使ってくれたのかな。
だと思う。そんな記憶あったら俺もうミヤコとどう接したらいいか。
そうだな。私もこんな風に触れたりできなかったかも。
Yeah, no, I do like that, like, we're able to kind of withhold those memories, so he doesn't have, like, every single detail of each branch. So he can kind of live his own life in each one. He can kind of just take what's most important, right? And then he can really focus on each girl, I'm assuming, as we go down the list here.
本当にありませんよ、記憶。
分かってる。でもね、知らなかったな。私ってこんなに嫉妬深いんだって。
Yeah, you are quite jealous, Miyako. I've kind of gotten the impression.
かけるくんは私の彼氏って分かってるし、浮気なんて絶対ないって信じてるのに。
At least not in this branch, he won't. I mean, if you count the other ones, he's technically been with all of the girls.
別の枝ではって思うと、もうってなっちゃう。
あ、
Uh,
今のムーってところ可愛かった。
もう真面目に話してるのに。
Kakuru's like, I'm just gonna enjoy what's going on in this branch. The other branches don't really care. We've solved the big issue at hand. I don't need to worry about them too much.
もう
Moo.
可愛い。
Kawaii.
もう
It's really nice to see Miyako just like smile from the bottom of her heart. It's very wholesome. Our joined hands sway between us. Despite there being a ton of people around us, I feel a strange sensation, sort of like we're the only ones in the world. Yep, that's what happens when you're young and in love.
何かが決まった？
まだだな。迷う。
迷っちゃうね。
ゆっくり決めよ
そうだね。時間はたっぷりあるし。
Slowly we walk. Slowly time ticks away. The sound of festival music plays somewhere off in the distance. The warmth of Miyako's body is faint yet very apparent.
まだ全部終わったわけじゃないけれど、こんな時間がずっと続くといいな。
う。そうだな。ずっと一緒にいたい。
おじいちゃんとおばあちゃんになっても一緒にいたい。どうしたの？
いや、なんでもない。
気になる。
Now I think it's something big.
変なこと言いそうになって。
聞かせて。
ああ、俺より先に死なないでくれ。
かけるくんも私より先に死んじゃダメだよ。
ああ。この場合 どう返事するのが正解？
わかんない。
残したくないし、残されたくないし、難しいな。
一緒がいいね。ずっとどんな時も。
そうだな。一緒がいい。
長生きしようね。
ああ。
絶対に。
Slowly we walk. Slowly time ticks away. We'll move on. Sins, errors, everything we want to redo, we must come to accept and bear their weight. We will keep on living, always and together. Is that going to be the end? Because that's perfect. Like, yes. Okay, good. I'm so glad that was the end right there. Really wholesome. Oh no, I don't like seeing that. I don't want to see that. Oh no. Which one in her route do we go to? Oh, we have to go all the way down here. Okay, so we go to the happiness one. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. I think this is good for this episode. I think we do Sora's next, and kind of what I talked about, I think, before. We just kind of do it in an order. I think that'll be good, and then we'll do Noah's last, because I think that's kind of where we left off in episode 4. I think that'll be a great place to stop. Thoughts about Miyako's? I like that they updated it. We changed it. Together forever. As they spend their days collecting artifacts, Kakura and Miyako cultivate their love, bearing the weight of their sins and errors they live on together. I think that was so adorable. I absolutely loved that. I really like seeing Miyako and Yukata. I like that we kind of had plans to find the other users, and we were kind of doing that. I think that was great. I absolutely loved that. It was really good to get some more time with Miyako, and it was just wholesome. I mean, that's what I expect from Miyako. I expect very wholesome moments. I expect us to like have hardships that kind of bring us together. I think that was a wonderful way to kind of send Miyako off, you know, and to finish out her in the rest of the series, right? So we're gonna be doing Sora's next. I think Sora's is gonna be cute too, and hopefully interesting. We're actually going back here. Interesting. Well, we'll have to see if we're gonna like branch that off or what we're gonna do. I mean, we kind of did have a happy ending, so at least it's not that one. That one was not good. She just kind of disappears. Anyways, guys, I'll end it here, and I will be seeing you in the next part. Have a good one.